Alright everyone, it is week 7 time. Let's just get right to it. Philadelphia Eagles and Tennessee Titans are the first one we're going to look at, and both teams have pretty much proven that they can be successful no matter who their quarterback is. Like, Eagles have had some success with both Cobb and Vic, and the Titans have had a good year with Vince Young so far, and when he went down, Kerry Collins stepped right up and continued the onslaught against the Jags. So, both teams that have something in common, really. And they're pretty much kind of evenly matched, quarterback-wise anyway. I think Young is going to be back this week. It's going to be Cobb versus Young. So it's hard to call. I'm going to pick Tennessee because I think the running game is a bit... yeah, Chris Johnson's a beast. So Tennessee's going to be my pick. Madden's going to agree with me there. 30-6. Wow. Okay, Cincinnati Bengals and Atlanta Falcons. Cincinnati Bengals are 2-3. Falcons are actually 4-2, though. They've had a much better season. Cincinnati's been one of the many teams that have been underachieving. Yeah, I kind of expected them to do better. Of course, Atlanta's one of those teams that is not on the radar, but they're good. Trust me, they're good. I kind of see, after a bye week, Cincinnati being fired up and wanting to make some noise, you know, so... I don't know, it's not really football lingo, I know, but I'm going to go with Cincinnati here. And Madden's going to go with Atlanta. Madden used to hate Atlanta, but it's picked Atlanta like 2 straight weeks or something. Okay, so Cleveland Browns and the New Orleans Saints. Cleveland Browns are not 4-2. Madden just really likes them for some reason. But the Saints are 4-2. Yeah, it's a pretty easy one for me. Super Bowl champions versus a 1-5 team. Don't think that requires a lot of thought. I'm going with New Orleans. And Madden's finally going with New Orleans here. Ending the love affair with Cleveland so soon, Madden? Okay. Pittsburgh and Miami. Pittsburgh came out with a bang. Their first game with Roethlisberger last week. That was against Cleveland. And Miami is Miami. They're 3-2, but I still don't totally trust them yet. They beat Green Bay last week, which is something. But Pittsburgh's a hot team. They've been hot with Roethlisberger. They've been hot without Roethlisberger. And I think they're going to continue that. I'm going to pick Pittsburgh. And Madden's going to pick Pittsburgh. 17-12, it says. Okay, St. Louis Rams and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Rams are actually 3-3. I've been thinking a lot that I've severely underestimated the Rams. I mean, I know they got a new quarterback, which helps them, but I haven't been picking them a whole lot. So, yeah. And Tampa Bay is not 0-5. They're actually 3-2. So, they're a team that Madden's been severely underestimating. But I'm gonna go with the Rams. If I am wrong about them, and they are somewhat of a super team, maybe not a super team, but better than I think they are, then Tampa Bay is a good opponent to test that experiment out against. So I'm gonna pick the Rams in this one, and Madden's gonna pick the Rams, 16-7. Moving on to San Francisco and Carolina. The two teams just have one win between them, and that is San Francisco's win last week against Oakland. Carolina's still yet to win a game. Normally, I think of Carolina playing a 1-5 team, I might think that this could be a chance for them to win their first game. I don't think that's going to happen though, because I still think San Francisco is a much better team than their 1-5 record. They haven't been playing very well, but I think they have a lot more talent than that. So I'm going to pick San Francisco to beat Carolina this week. And Madden's going to agree, 34-27. Alright, this was a tough one for me. The Redskins and the Bears, their records that you see are actually reversed. Washington is 3-3 and Chicago is 4-2. Both teams that have had some success but have been inconsistent at times. Like when McNabb has a good game, he really has a good game, and pretty much same with Cutler and the Bears defense and all that. Tough call. I'm going with the Bears. They've been slightly more consistent. Madden's going to agree there. Madden used to hate me, and now seems to like everything I say. Okay. Jacksonville and Kansas City. Pretty easy one for me. Gerard got injured last week for Jacksonville, and now I'm hearing that Trent Edwards might be out too, so right now, off the top of my head, I have no freaking clue who the quarterback for Jacksonville is going to be. Which is enough for me to pick Kansas City. I mean, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay. And Madden's going to pick Kansas City, 27-9. Buffalo, Baltimore. Baltimore's going to win. Let's not waste time. Baltimore. And Madden thinks Baltimore is going to win as well. Okay, Arizona and Seattle. I know I kind of picked Arizona to win the division this year. I still kind of think they can. But with their rookie quarterback, Max Hall, making his second start and first on the road in a very noisy Seattle stadium, I think this is a game that Seattle could probably take. So that's where I'm going to go this week. Still love the Arizona, but I'm seeing Seattle taking this one. So yeah, there we go. And Madden sees Seattle taking it as well, 24-10. Oakland Raiders and Denver Broncos. Yeah, Oakland's not doing anything. Denver hasn't done a lot either. Both teams have identical 2-4 records, but Madden seems to like Denver for some reason, and this week I like Denver too. Madden picks Oakland to beat Denver. That's kind of interesting. Okay, New England and San Diego, both teams that I have been very favorable of over the year, and with New England I've been rewarded by it. With San Diego, not so much. So I still love you, San Diego, but this week I got to go with the hot hand. I got to go with New England. And Madden's going with New England as well, 34-27. Okay, this is the Sunday night game, Minnesota and Green Bay. As you can see, Madden has picked Minnesota every time. Although Minnesota is actually 2-3, and Madden's right about Green Bay's 3-3 record. Favre's had lots of distractions, and he's had that sore arm, but I think the distractions are kind of out of his way. He had his meeting with the NFL, and I think that'll clear his head a little bit. And going into Green Bay will fire him up. Maybe not as much as the first time last year, but I think it'll still fire him up. And did I mention Minnesota is not just Favre? He's got a great team surrounding him, and Green Bay has had some struggles. I still like you, Green Bay, but you have been kind of inconsistent this year, so I'm going to go with Minnesota. Minnesota's been inconsistent too, but yeah. Madden's going to go with Green Bay. Not a total surprise, but yeah. Okay, Monday Nighter, which is the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys, and both of these records that you see are exactly right. Which is very surprising because a lot of people expected Dallas to win the division, including myself. It's going to be a lot harder for them to do that now, but I still think they're the talented team on paper that they are. They just really haven't gotten it together on the field. And with my pick this week, I'm going to give them one more chance. I may totally rethink my opinion of Dallas if they lose again, but right now I'm going to go with the Cowboys, and Lord help them, pretty much. So my pick is the Cowboys, and Madden's going to pick the Cowboys as well. So let's count how many we agreed on. That is 1, Patriots are 2, Seattle is 3, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So we only disagreed on 3. The Falcons winning. Yep, and Oakland winning and Green Bay winning. Those are the only 3 we disagreed on. So those are going to be the difference between Madden and I winning. So, yeah, should be an interesting Week 7. A lot of great games. Hope you enjoy them. And once they're all over, I will see you again with the results. So once again, it'll be those 3 games that determine whether Madden and I are win. Cincinnati, Atlanta, Oakland and Denver, and the Sunday Nighter, Minnesota and Green Bay. So, I will see you later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.